go check out BrandonJordanComedy.com, where you can be able to go get your own Don't Blame Me, Blame Detroit t-shirt or hoodie. Also, you can get you a Dreams Only Die When You Kill 'Em t-shirt or hoodie too. Again, BrandonJordanComedy.com. Go check it out.
What up, though? Welcome to another episode of Don't Blame Me, Blame Detroit podcast with your boy Brandon Jordan, man. And I'm feeling real good today, man. And we about to really get into this, but before I start that, shout out a couple dates that I got coming up. July 10th, I will be at the House of Comedy in Phoenix, Arizona. Come out for that. Also, July 19th, I will be at the Stellar Alder Theater in LA. So all this stuff is going to be on my Instagram, so you can be able to come out, support, and have a great time with us. And so that's it for the dates. But usually I have a topic, saying that I start off with. Today I really don't have anything, a certain topic to start with. But I do want to start with this. I'm tired. I really am tired of all the disrespect that my mans be getting. And this is how I want to address this. My mans is the only dude I know in NBA history that not got one, but got two numbers retired. My mans is the only player I've seen in my era score 81 points in the game. My mans is the only dude that went on a plane, go deal with some personal shit, come back and drop 40 on you in 9 straight games in NBA history. That's the NBA record. My mans not only, went to 7 finals and won 5 of them. That's more than LeBron, just to say that. Shade. But my man's is an animal on the court. Greatest player of all time. Greatest player I ever seen. Gave me a lot of great moments growing up. Biggest fan. Kobe Bryant, man.
Oh, man.
Is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT?
Hands down GOAT.
I don't know about all that.
Greatest of
hands
all
down GOAT.
time, the GOAT?
Greatest of all time to ever seen in the NBA.
No, he's not the GOAT.
He ain't the GOAT.
In the NBA.
Nah, man.
The greatest.
You are entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to whatever the fuck I want to say.
You right, because this your part.
It seemed like only Laker fans
That's
feel
what
like
I
that.
said. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you can say, yeah, it's my opinion. You can say it's other things. Because at the end of the day, it's all about personal opinion. Because there's some people out there that think Larry Bird to go. Some people think Kareem to go.
So you saying
some people think Bill Russell to go. Some people think MJ to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But that's cool. I'm cool with all that. But I know who damn sure ain't to go. And that's that bitch-ass nigga LeBron James.
I ain't know this podcast is going to be like
Man,
this.
I didn't know it was going to be like that. I didn't know it was going to be so much frustration. Like,
Ain't no frustration right here.
I thought it was going to be a good,
Ain't no
positive,
frustration right
happy,
here.
like,
swinging the
it's a nice day,
But,
Yeah. Jeez.
Welcome to another episode of Don't Blame Me, Blame Detroit. I want to give a shout out, and a special shout out to my guest today. I got my homeboy, man, from Detroit with me, man.
Hey.
My man, Darius Bennett.
What up, though? What up, though? I'm here. Yo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the introduction. That was a little rough on, pretty much was a shot at LeBron. You are entitled to
Team
your
fuck
opinion.
LeBron.
Huh?
Team fuck LeBron.
Oh, well.
That's the hashtag.
That's your own hashtag. I don't represent that. I'm a fan. And I respect Kobe's game. I do. I don't think
You got no choice but to respect him.
You have no choice but to respect LeBron's as well, right? See, that's hatred. That's hatred.
Yeah, I'm the biggest LeBron hater in the world.
That's not good, man. You should reevaluate the way you look at
good.
things.
Yeah. Like, I respect Kobe, I'm not going to say he ain't good or but he ain't the GOAT. But,
Nah, not to me.
To
me, the GOAT is definitely Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool.
You got to go with the man that ain't never lost in the finals, dog. It's just only right.
I never owned one pair of Kobe's.
Yeah, me. Oh, I had one pair.
You said go with the man that never lost in final. Okay, then Bill Russell would go. 11 rings.
Nah.
I never bought one pair of
So
shoes.
what's the
I'm
difference?
talking about in our lifetime, what we seen Michael Jordan is the
Michael
best.
Jordan.
Yeah, I ain't never really seen Bill Russell.
Okay.
Was
So
Bill
you
Russell
can't
a
so you
trophy
can't
in
say
the
so you're
Space
not
Jam?
saying the GOAT then, you're just saying in your lifetime.
Nah, I'm saying he's the GOAT.
But you can't have both ways. You can't say he's the GOAT, but then you
I'm
say
saying
only in my life I didn't.
In the time that Bill Russell
So-
was playing,
So because just because you ain't seen him play, he can't be the GOAT.
man, you know
Nobody. I'm just saying. I'm asking you a question. In any sport, if you didn't see a person play, they can't be the GOAT.
Nah, I'm saying that you got to go with MJ.
Why you gotta go with
when
MJ?
you comparing MJ to Kobe,
He's better.
it's only respectable
How is it
to go with
respectable?
MJ
It's just disrespect,
because
bro.
How?
the nigga never lost in the finals. Dog.
Okay.
Kobe done lost hella times.
He lost
It's
2
just-
times.
So did LeBron.
No, not hella times.
Like, you know what I mean?
No,
That's-
hella times.
You
No, hella times is losing 6
You know,
times.
you know what it's like? It's like comparing a boxer that went undefeated to somebody that got like 5 losses. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So
Like how you-
Mayweather the greatest of all time then.
you,
Numbers.
He's not.
Yeah, numbers.
Numbers.
You have to,
He's not the greatest of all
He's
time.
up there. Like he never lost.
No, he's up there, but he's not the
he
greatest of
lost
all time though.
Better yet, he
If
never
no-
got. He never
no-
got.
if
knocked-
you-
If
But-
you look at numbers,
but
the proof
nobody-
is
what-
in the pudding. But
but
after
no-
the numbers, everything is just
no
opinion.
boxing fan.
Mayweather
no
never
boxing,
got knocked
nobody.
out. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
true.
he
No
never got
boxing,
knocked out.
no boxing person ever claims Mayweather is the greatest. Nobody.
You got to go with it.
Why?
If you look
Just
at the
because
numbers,
because he
yes.
hasn't lost. That mean but majority of his career he ain't played nobody. He ain't
So who's the
fought
greatest
nobody.
boxer to you?
I mean,
ever?
I'm not a big boxing fan like that, but I can only go by from what a lot of boxing people say, and they still go with Muhammad Ali. He's the
That was
greatest boxer of all
self-proclaimed.
time.
Self-proclaimed.
I'm telling you, but a lot of boxing.
You've been knocked down. You've been lost.
yeah, he done got his jaw wired and
Okay, so
everything.
you just said self-proclaimed. LeBron James self-proclaimed clean. So
I
what
don't.
you
I don't. I
No,
don't
I
agree
He
with
didn't.
everybody-
No, he.
It just go like
No.
King James. Like King James. That's the Bible.
Okay,
That's,
so just same thing from Muhammad Ali, greatest of all time. So you can't have it both. You can't have it for one person and then say it's not for the second.
I'm saying skill wise, the fact that it's no way you can. You're not going to take my moves and take how I play and then say you're better than me. Like,
that's true.
He made it better. That's why it's called a remix. All right, but let me get to my. He went Diddy on that. He went Diddy on that shit. You know, he did it the remix.
Yeah, that
But
was-
let me bring my other guests in here, man. My homeboy right here, man, from the Bay,
All
G
day.
King.
Yeah, V-Town all day, man. Bay Area, that Bay Area Detroit connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
Before we get back into this, y'all crazy thoughts, but let's get my man right here, man, is making his TV debut this week.
Yeah, man. I'm excited about that, man. On
Tell
Friday,
him about it.
Friday, I'm about to be on Kevin Hart's Heart of the City, representing the Oakland episode. It's come on at 11 o'clock Pacific time. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I haven't got it like Mountain Time or Central Time, but 11 o'clock Pacific. So that means I don't know.
Yeah, 11 o'clock Pacific, so it's a 2-3 hour difference between Mountain and Eastern.
So that means I don't know. I'm trying to
So it's
figure
gonna
out.
be 8 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock Mountain time.
Oh, okay, Mountain Time. Okay. And then Central Detroit is what?
No, Detroit is Eastern time.
It's Eastern Time.
Eastern
I
Time.
thought y'all.
Yeah,
was,
Mountain and Central is the same thing.
So y'all not.
It's 2 hours difference.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all was with the same. So Chicago and Detroit is different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
Man, that's
it's an hour
crazy.
difference.
Yeah, we
Oh,
New
that's
York,
crazy.
Detroit, and New York, same time.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. I thought it was all the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's 11 o'clock, and then I think if you got the satellite. DirecTV, it automatically come on Eastern time, so it'll come
Okay.
out like 8. But yeah, man, I'm excited about it, man. I've been pushing it. I was listening to your podcast, man. I've been pushing it, bro. You know, having people do little shout outs for me. You know what I mean? Just putting it out there to people get tired. Like, you know what I mean? Where they're like, all right, let me see this now. So yeah, so I've been pushing it, man. Just it's gonna be a while, man, because it's just been a long time coming. You know, I've been wanting TV credit just to. Just I don't know, just feel like to make sure sometimes you need some.
You want some
to know you on the right path. You know what I mean? Like,
You've been doing this for so long. You know, doing stand up, comedy for so long. You want validation of what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And having an opportunity to do TV. You know what I'm saying, is part of that validation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to get you, to not just, everybody has an ego. So, you know what I'm saying, to help feed your ego, it's just up to you how big it is or not. But,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, there ain't nothing wrong with that. And, you want that to feel good about yourself. You know what I mean, to know that what you've been doing hasn't been a waste of time.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
but-
You couldn't put it no better way.
But has this right here coming up for it finally to be aired so everybody can see, has that, helped you keep your mind and fix your heart after the Warriors lost?
Yeah, it's been kind of like weird a weird week because I was like happy about, you know what I'm saying, about the show, and then I'm like, then it's like then KD happened, and then Iggy, I'm like, dang, like, you know what I mean? Then they, you know, it's just,
If I was Kevin Durant, nigga, I'd be smacking everybody in that goddamn organization.
it was a mix of emotions, you know. I was like, dang, we lost, and just I don't know. I'm not ready for basketball season. I'm not in the rush. I was like, normally I'll be like, man, I can't wait. I'm like, man, I don't know how it's going. You know what I mean? Clay ain't coming back till like February, March, so it's just.
I mean, like I said, y'all got D. Russell, you know what I mean? All-star, you know what I'm saying? He gonna come in.
I mean, he might, you know, I don't know. We got to get somebody else, though.
No, I mean, y'all, honestly, we just being realistic. Y'all not gonna be a championship team.
No.
Lakers,
you know what I mean?
Lakers
Y'all gonna
might
be a
have-
playoff team. Y'all might lose first round. You know what I mean? But
Your Lakers might have.
I'm not a
have
Laker
win.
fan. Right
That's
now.
not. Why
I mean,
not?
I just feel like, I mean, I don't think, me personally, I don't think Leonard gonna go to the Lakers.
Me either. He gonna be a Clipper.
He gonna go. I think he like, because in his mind, he think he like, why do I need to help you? You know
Well,
what
I
I'm
need
saying?
to help this nigga that I didn't beat already.
I didn't want. You know what I mean? Like
I can do it. He listen to this. This is why, and here we go with, you know, you feel what you want to feel. If I had to pick, I would take Kawhi Leonard over LeBron James for the fact of Kawhi Leonard has proven that he doesn't need multiple superstars to win a ring.
Yeah.
This Raptors team right here had no lottery picks on this team. Nobody was picked in the lottery that was on this team. Nobody.
But that championship was kind of like,
Yeah,
You call
yeah,
it
it was.
You know,
call
I
it
mean,
what-
they was the champs, but like,
Okay,
you know what I mean? It's like,
you call it what you want, but also when he was with San Antonio, when he won the ring and he was young,
he
in
deserved that
development,
one. He earned that one.
when he was young in development in his
Yeah,
early
that one.
stages, beat LeBron, beat D Wade, beat Chris Bosh, beat Ray Allen.
He had some help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he had
Duncan.
But Duncan was on the other side of his career. Duncan was on the downslide.
He had
Yeah,
20.
Duncan,
He
Parker.
had Parker.
No, he had
Ginobili.
Yeah, Ginobili.
No,
Yeah,
he
help.
had them. But what I'm saying is these dudes were not in their prime anymore. They were on the tail end.
But the Spurs always.
Still the greatest,
No,
though.
they were tail end, but
That
he
don't matter
was.
though. Remember when Boston won? They had a lot of players that was
But
on
they
their
were-
tail end.
No, they were during that time. They were still in their early. They were still in their early 30s. That was still. They were
They was
still.
on their tail end. Ray Allen, he was still cold.
That
but he was on
first,
the
that
tail.
first, when they got together from that first 3 years, they were still in their prime. When you're, Duncan was only averaging about 14 points in that finals. From a
Duncan,
dude,
he was on
that's
that
what I'm
too.
saying.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
That's the difference.
They was on that, but they were still really good.
No, they were
Yeah.
still. They're still serviceable as a team. But what I'm saying is that the difference is, them dudes, D Wade, Chris Bosh and stuff. Chris Bosh got a $100 million contract after that. You know what I'm saying? After that series, they were still good. They were still in their prime to be able to still play real high level basketball. The Spurs wasn't, but they were just a better overall team with Kawhi Leonard out there being the best player. That's all I'm saying. He doesn't need superstar all-star help to get no ring.
No, he
so
doesn't.
that's why I feel like he's gonna go to the Clippers, because he's like, nigga, I ain't about to go help you. I can do this. I can do
I
this
think
on my
he'll
own.
go-
I feel like it would really.
I wish he stayed in Toronto.
I think it really. I wish he would stay in Toronto too, like running back. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Yeah.
You know, it's not too many players that win the championship and then leave. Like you know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's kind of. I don't know. I think even with Kevin Durant leaving, I think it's like back to everything is balanced now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Running back one time.
yeah, Leonard
And
go
then-
to the Lakers, it's gonna be like, dang, that's like, you know what I'm saying?
He could be like, all right, let me win some more.
That's like you got LeBron and then it was AD ranked like top. That's like 3 of the top 10.
No, it'd be 3 of the top 10 players.
That's kind of like what Golden State
on
did,
the
though.
team.
Nah,
No,
I mean,
Golden State had some
it
killers,
was
man.
it was KD really like Clay. He's a super, but it's really KD and Steph, and then I wouldn't say Clay is a role player. But
See, Draymond is not a superstar player. He's a hell of a player on this team. But if you put him on another team, he's not going to be the same.
But y'all got other
as
shooters.
he is.
Like y'all got other shooters on y'all squad too.
No,
not really.
not really.
Because you
They
look at
really
when Clay went out, it was just all Steph really. You know?
Yeah, really, they really
They did a boxing one on us.
like you got Quinn Cook and McKinney. They can hit a shot
Yeah, but it
once in a
wasn't-
while. You know what I'm saying? They
Well,
not knockdown shooters though.
But Clay went out. But I don't know. I feel like I hate the man. It just sucks like how everything fell with the injuries and stuff. I was like,
But
Yeah,
you
it's
can't be
unfortunate.
mad. Y'all niggas been in the finals for the last 5 years.
That's how the
Yeah.
Spurs was back in the day.
But
We
still,
"All right, we
it's
wanna
just
see
like
somebody else."
I'd
No.
rather us go out like just losing, like you know what I mean. Just for basketball, I would rather see everybody. You know what I mean. You want to see it, even with the Cavs when we won that one. I wish Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like I want Kyrie to. You know what I mean? Like I want everybody to be there. I don't want.
Because even what y'all won 3 out of 5 should have been 4 out of 5.
Yeah, we shouldn't have
It
won.
should, yeah, the one that the Cavs won.
Yeah, they slept
Shout out
on
to what's his name, Adam Silver. You know, what I'm saying for suspending Draymond. You know?
Oh yeah. That was.
I never listen to this, and this is one thing about LeBron people I hate is that how the hell LeBron able to walk over and put his nuts on another man's head, and he supposed to sit there and take it.
Yeah.
So now that he reacted to LeBron doing something, he gets suspended.
Yeah.
Because, I understand whatever happened in the playoffs, but still, the situation was LeBron put his nuts on that man's head, and he's supposed to sit there and just take it.
I didn't see this.
He walked over him.
Yeah. Walked out and all and
He did the Iverson walkover?
No, worse.
No, he didn't do the Iverson walk
Nigga.
over. He like walked like you're nothing. Like,
Yeah,
like,
literally,
like,
his
you like,
nuts
hey,
hit his
like,
head.
you like, hey,
He
like,
must have dunked on him.
No.
Nah, he fell. You never seen it?
No, that's what I said. I don't know what you're talking about.
Draymond fell on the ground.
You gotta pull it up on YouTube.
Yeah, and LeBron walked over his head, slapped his nuts to the top of his head,
And
and,
then
Draymond said, "Man, get off of me." And next thing you know, he's suspended because he reacted to LeBron being walking over him. Come on, man.
Well, certain people you can't
Hey,
touch.
but that's weird, bro. You the first person. A lot of people be like, they that LeBron is with the Lakers. They like, but you the first one to be like, I'm not a Laker fan. Like normal people
No,
like.
He stopped like you stopped liking the Lakers.
This is the reason. Listen, I grew up a Laker fan. I grew up a Laker fan. Eddie Jones was my first favorite basketball player.
my cousin's favorite player too.
That was my first favorite basketball player. Just before Kobe was even drafted. That was my first. Nick Van Exel, Vlade Divac. You know what I'm saying? I was a fan of
Cedric Ceballos and all that.
I was a fan of the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I was a fan of the Lakers. Like I drugged my mama to like 20. This is before the internet was was popping like that. I drugged my mama to like 20 stores trying to find an Eddie Jones jersey. All we could find was Shaq jerseys. You know what I'm saying? That's how of a fan I was as a kid. That's how I grew up on the Lakers. And I've been all these years. You know what I'm saying? From the deep fish .3 to Kobe coming back in the finals from off an ankle injury, scoring 40 to win to help us win the final. I've been there, all that.
So
I never been a LeBron fan. I did not like him before he came to the Lakers, and so it's like this. It's like if my sister dated somebody that I don't fucking like, and then she marries him, just because he's not part of the family, don't mean I fucking like him. I still don't like the dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. So that's how I feel about LeBron. So it's like right now, me and my Lakers, we're not divorced. We're just separated.
Hey, you know what?
Until they get rid of LeBron.
Yeah, until LeBron leaves.
You ain't coming over there.
We're on separation period.
Hey, you know what's funny is I like LeBron, like to when he was on Cleveland, but then because I've always been a Warrior fans, but when the Warriors started battling, I was like, I don't like, when he started playing my team, I kind of like, I had to like not like him.
Well, I mean, this is exactly, I can tell you exactly when I stopped liking LeBron. I actually used to cheer for him. Like when he beat the Pistons, I was happy as hell.
Why you not? That's what I wanted to ask you. Like,
what
is up with people not liking the home team? That ain't cool no more. Or like,
I never like this. Growing up, my family, I don't have a big sports family. You know what I'm saying? My family's not big into sports. You know what I'm saying? They will, if it's holiday, we'll sit and watch the game. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So growing up, you know what I'm saying, I didn't, nobody had, was fans, was hardcore fans or anything. It was just casual. If a game on, I might watch it, stuff like that. So
it wasn't no bandwagon like when
no.
the Pistons was winning.
No, nothing like that.
89, 90, 91, nobody was like bad boys.
Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. And so
they winning, you know what I'm saying? Like
so
right.
So when I started getting into sports when I was younger, for example, football, I'm a Vikings fan, and so I became a Vikings fan because my grandfather, he liked the fact they had a black coach. They was Denny Green. I will never forget it. He was like, I mess with them because they Denny Green, because of Denny Green, black coach. Yeah. So my mindset was like, I like him too. Yeah. And then, like I said before the podcast, they drafted Randy Moss, and it was on the set after that. I've been a Viking fan, diehard, bleed purple. You know what I'm saying? With the Lakers, it was I was watching the Lakers versus somebody. I don't remember the team, but Eddie Jones was just hot that game, And I was like, he must be real good.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I became a Laker fan, and never and been there since.
Yeah, that's crazy because you had like situations where you could have been a Detroit Lions fan. Y'all had Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Like I like.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
I like the Barry. Like Barry to me is the second greatest running back of all time.
Second greatest?
Yeah.
Who was the first?
Adrian Peterson. Hey, we can go down that. We can go down that road too.
Barry
We can go down that road too. Barry was a monster, but Adrian Peterson is another level.
Barry didn't have no line. Barry didn't have no offensive line.
No, he didn't. That's why.
He was making everybody miss.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
Adrian's a beast. He's cold, but come on, there's no comparison.
We gonna get to that,
bro. If Barry Sanders would have had Dallas Cowboys line,
shit.
Oh shit.
The Emmitt Smith had. Like,
man. He would have had. He would hands down.
He would have broke all the records.
Oh yeah. But well, even with the bad line, if he didn't retire early, he would have broke the records. He would have broke records during his time. But yeah, and so when shout out to my homeboy D, who is a ridiculous, crazy LeBron fan. He's the reason that I became a LeBron hater.
Right.
And I would never forget the conversation. We sitting there playing Madden.
Mm-hmm.
This man out his mouth says, all LeBron James has to do is win one ring and never win another one. And he's the greatest player of all time. I said, what the fuck?
Nah.
That made you hate LeBron?
That right there
Made you hate him?
just made me dislike LeBron from now on.
Because of
right
somebody
there.
else's opinion made you...
That right there. That would
Why?
make me dislike LeBron
That
from
would
now
usually
on.
make you not
Hold
like
on.
your friend
Hold on.
with the way he thinks,
Hold on.
but not...
And then, after that, hearing people say, oh, he's better than Kobe. Oh, no, now the disrespect is coming. So that right there, them two combinations made me stop liking LeBron.
That don't make sense to me, man.
It don't have to make sense to you. That's it just makes,
I
makes
think overall, like everything that LeBron could do for a team, like I think that he's better. You know what I'm saying? Like he could do more.
All around.
But
That's what I was saying.
No, okay.
all around, like LeBron.
Okay, you saying
like,
all around he could do better. He could do better. At the end of the day, whatever Kobe has done has been better because he has 5 rings. LeBron only has 3.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, so you can say whatever he does on the court, whatever. Kobe has more rings. At the end of the day. Now, second,
Kobe really only got 2 rings.
He only has 2 rings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you
So if that's the case, then Steph only has 1.
he did have Shaq.
Steph only has 1 ring then.
Steph was the man on the team, though.
Where his finals MVPs?
He's the man on the team.
Exactly.
Where his finals MVPs?
It's Steph's team.
He just brought the championship
I'm
to
just
the
saying.
city.
I'm just saying. If you want to say what you're talking about, them Shaq rings, then them other 2 was KD rings then.
Yeah, you can say that.
So Steph only got 1 ring.
I would say that.
Yeah, you can say that.
So Steph only got 1 ring.
Steph
then?
only got
okay.
1.
Steph only got 1. So that's how we going.
Sometimes you need that little bit of help. You can be the greatest. You can drag your team anywhere. And
that's yes. Everybody needs help to win a ring. That's obvious. You know what I'm saying? That's obvious. My thing is that for LeBron James to be on the level of what people make him, why did he need? Why you telling me he played for Cleveland a total of 11 years? 11 years. He had teams that win 60+ games, but he has how many rings from that 11 years?
Man, his team sucked though.
1. You can't
Yeah,
say you can't call
garbage.
it. So you can't
love
call
Yeah, I was.
you can't call a team that won 60+
No,
games.
because they had. But look what happened when they left though. That's what show you. That's
It
what you
doesn't.
know. But that let you know how garbage they was.
No,
Yeah.
you
When he
can't.
left, they didn't even.
No, and that's you can't talk about that. We're talking about the team that he played on. We're not talking about after that.
I'm just saying,
If he's so great, why? If he's so great, why he couldn't get them past Orlando?
Dog.
That had
Help,
the White
dog.
Howard.
Need some help.
Dog, y'all, they suck, dog.
They can't-
Look at the squad that he had, bro.
Jordan-
You can't call a team.
He didn't even
suck.
have.
Jordan went to the Wizards.
Did
You
LeBron
can't-
even have a star?
No.
So this right here is
How many stars?
This is
How many stars did Kobe have when he won his 2 rings?
when he won his 2 rings.
Yeah.
He had 1.5. He had Paul Gasol and he had Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bynum didn't play in the first finals that they won, that they lost. And then he played in the second one.
Lamar Odom ain't no slouch.
But he never was an All-Star.
You had there. I'm saying, but you had
Lamar Odom, he never was an All-Star.
But you had some players that was
No,
like.
you had a collection of good players.
But I'm saying you can't compare the squad that LeBron had.
No, I'm not comparing. I didn't compare them.
I'm saying, but you're asking.
I'm not comparing
But you just
them.
asked.
I just said you can't call a team that won 60+ games. trash.
Because they had LeBron. That just shows
shows
how good he
if
was.
If LeBron was that good, why LeBron that good? If he's that nigga that y'all say he is,
So
why couldn't he get that team to the finals?
So put it like this. Why he couldn't
get that team to the finals?
So if you would have put Kobe on the Cleveland, the same
in his
spot,
prime that time,
you think
he would have went to the finals.
Hell,
You need somebody that's gonna help you.
He would have went to the finals.
You need somebody that's gonna help you finish.
Kawhi Leonard don't.
Hey, you see,
Everybody needs somebody that's gonna help them.
Kawhi Leonard
didn't see how Kobe was struggling when Shaq left.
Yeah, for 2
Y'all was losing
years.
it.
We had
he needed
Bush,
help.
Y'all needed
Parker
help. Y'all got
as our starting point guard.
When y'all got Gasol, Lamar Odom, Derek Fisher back, and y'all had Ron Artest.
Yeah, we had a
and
good
y'all
squad.
had Matt Barnes. Y'all had squad.
We had. I never said we didn't have a squad.
I'm saying, but you can't compare.
I said I'm not comparing.
But Kobe had a way better supporting cast than LeBron.
Okay,
that's very true.
Let's go.
Very.
Same thing with Jordan.
Let's go with this.
Jordan.
Number one, I never compared the teams. Never did.
But you are though, because
I'm not.
But you're saying why? You said you were 60.
60 plus wins in
LeBron,
the East.
Because of LeBron.
In the East.
Because of LeBron.
He's right. He's supposed to be the best player, right? That's any team. If you're the best player, you're going to be the main reason that you're winning.
I think for your team to
so
go to
my
the
point
finals,
is, why not because of LeBron, he couldn't go to the finals?
I think if your team going to the finals, you
cannot call. So you telling me if a team wins 60 plus games, they suck. You cannot call a team that wins 60 plus games suck. You can't do it. A team that goes to the Eastern Conference Finals, you can't call them they suck.
They don't suck, but it's LeBron. LeBron is that good.
Okay, so why couldn't
you
not answer my question? Why couldn't LeBron James, if he's that talented,
that team wouldn't have won 60 plus without LeBron?
Duh,
bro.
So that
just like without Kobe, they wouldn't have won the rings,
bro. But I'm saying,
so what did you mean?
So that team kind of sucked, basically.
So you expecting LeBron? I mean, it is a team. It is a team game, bro.
I didn't know. I didn't know a team that can win 60 plus games can suck. Okay, so that's something new. That's something new to me. So that's right.
Okay.
No, because
that team that wins 60 plus games will suck without their leader.
No, right. Yeah. So right here, what y'all doing? So right here, what y'all doing is another reason why I hate LeBron. Y'all fighting another excuses to help his loss.
I'm not helping. I'm just saying like his team.
That's all you doing. Because if it was Kobe Bryant, it'd be like, Kobe sucked.
No. If it was Kobe Bryant, Kobe went to another.
That's like why Kobe didn't win. Why Kobe didn't win it his last year?
Why?
He was hurt. Kobe was done.
It wasn't his team. It wasn't the team.
Kobe was washed.
It wasn't the team.
Kobe was washed. The team was bad. Though? He had a whole bunch of rookies, and he was washed.
What happened?
He was playing
last year.
What happened when y'all had Dwight Howard and all that? Y'all lost. Y'all had Dwight Howard.
Number one.
Y'all had the white boy from Phoenix. What's his name?
Steve Nash. Number one. Steve Nash didn't play. One thing. Steve Nash was hurt majority of the time that he played with the Lakers. He really didn't play. That's facts. Second, I never wanted Dwight Howard to come. That's factual. I can make phone calls.
What happened when y'all?
Nobody give a shit about who you want to
on
the team.
Listen, hold on. Third, I'm about to get to last week. Last week, remember, during that time, that's when Kobe hurt his Achilles. He was done before the playoffs even started.
But what happened when y'all?
So what you mean?
When y'all was struggling, when y'all couldn't get past Phoenix with Kobe that year?
Yeah, we wasn't a good team.
But I'm saying, but Kobe is so great. Then why he didn't win?
Hold on. Now you're trying to compare a team.
I'm just saying.
No,
it's the
same thing, bro.
It's not the same thing. You're trying to compare a team that was an 8 seed to a team that was the number 1 seed.
I'm doing the same thing, bro.
LeBron was the number 1 seed and lost. Kobe was the 8 seed. He was expected to lose.
But I'm saying, if Kobe was that good, he should at least got him to the Western Finals with that weak squad.
No,
that's what you expected LeBron to do. That's what you expected LeBron to do. Kobe.
You're trying to compare a team that was the 8 seed to a number 1 seed that won 60 games. That's not comparable. That's not comparable.
I'm saying, but Kobe is the GOAT.
You're not answering my question.
He's the GOAT, though. He's supposed to lead them at least to the Western Finals, though.
He's not answering my question.
I'm saying you putting all this pressure on LeBron.
I'm not putting all this pressure.
LeBron is the GOAT. He took a weak squad,
garbage squad,
got him 60 wins,
went to the finals.
In the finals.
Went to the finals.
As it went, he went to the finals when he got blew out for San Antonio. He was young though. I mean, that was like 2-3 years. You know what I mean? Like 2. But
Yeah.
2-3 years.
Went to the finals, and then he left that squad. And what happened? Did they make the playoffs when he left?
Listen. So now we about to. So now,
just saying,
so now,
you put a lot of expectations on LeBron, but then Kobe get the belt.
You got to put a lot of expectations. He the king, right? He the so-called greatest player. Niggas say he the greatest
You
player
don't
of all
put the
time,
same
right?
expectations on Kobe, though.
I do.
Yeah, nah.
That's why Kobe got 5
You
rings.
just got it out for him.
Yeah,
you just got it out for him. Just
How I
got
don't
it
have
out
the same
for him, bro.
expectations?
To you, LeBron is a redhead stepchild, no matter
You
what.
didn't answer my. How, you
He's
see,
paying
look,
your bills.
y'all
You
throwing
still
a lot
don't
out
want
there,
to
but
get
y'all
announced.
not answering my questions.
I did. I gave you the same.
So,
I gave you the
hold
same
on.
scenario.
Okay, you didn't give me the same scenario.
Dog,
the
I
same
said-
scenario would be if Kobe won 60+ games and lose. That's the same scenario. You can't compare a team.
I'm not comparing.
You can't
He
compare a
needs some
team
help.
that was the 8th seed to a team that was the number 1 seed with 60+ games.
Bro,
You
if
cannot compare.
Kobe
But what-
won 60+ games and then go to the finals, I would say the bro needs some help. Okay, he needs some
Okay.
help. He needs some clutch players.
Listen here.
If, for your team to go to the
Listen,
finals,
He
be
had Mo
successful.
Williams.
He was an
He had,
all-star.
who else?
Mo Williams was an all-star.
Mo Williams was garbage.
He was an
bro.
all-star. You can't call a dude that was an all-star.
I mean, I wouldn't say he was garbage, but come on, bro.
You can't say he was garbage. He
Your
was an
squad
all-star.
need at least
So,
two dominant
now-
forces. Two
so-
dominant forces, not just
so
one.
now-
You need at least two.
So now,
See what happened when he got with D Wade? When he got some
right,
Two
he had to
dominant
go,
forces.
Right, he had to go get some superstar help.
He
You
had to do
need
it.
two
He had to get some
dominant
superstar-
forces.
No, you don't.
He wasn't
All
gonna
right,
win it in
so who
Cleveland.
did Kobe have when he didn't have Shaq and he won? Who did he have when he didn't have Shaq but he won the finals? Who did he have?
He had Paul Gasol when he won the finals.
Who else?
That was the main all-star.
Ron
So-
Artest,
Ron Artest was an
Derek
all-star.
Fisher.
So you had
They was
Kobe.
all-stars.
So you had Kobe and you had Paul Gasol. Back then, Paul Gasol was a dominant force.
Lamar
No,
Odom.
I didn't say he wasn't a dominant.
Andrew
What I'm saying
Andrew
is you
Bynum
need
did.
at least two dominant
Okay,
forces.
that's two.
Andrew, don't
He
forget about
didn't
Andrew.
have no fucking dominant
No.
force. He had himself
Yeah.
and a couple. Eric
When
Snow.
he went to Miami, he had D Wade and Chris Bosh.
He
See
finally
what he
got
did.
those two dominant
Right,
forces.
and see what he
He
did.
had to go get 2 of them.
You
Kobe only
need-
had 1.
You and Bosh wasn't even a dominant force.
Yes, he was a
No,
dominant
he
force.
wasn't. You know who was?
How he wasn't? You know Bosh numbers?
D
Bosh-
Wade.
What you
D.
talking
Wade.
about? Bosh was averaging
Bosh-
over 20 points and 10 rebounds in Toronto.
Bosh,
Look at his
Bosh
squad.
fell
What
off
you
when he
talking
got
about?
his squad.
Bosh
He
fell
didn't
off
fall-
when he
he
went to the
didn't
Heat.
fall off.
He kind of
He didn't fall off.
He
When
wasn't
you
as
been
dominant.
called-
He
when
wasn't
you-
as dominant
Yes,
as he was.
You can't fall off.
He's
the
still a
third
starter.
option.
He's still a
You
starter.
went from the first option to the third option. Of course, your numbers are going to drop.
That's
you
the
can't
same-
put up the same numbers if you become the third
That's
option.
the same thing with your squad, bro. Your dominant forces, KD, and then you got Steph, and then you have Clay. Clay he's not as dominant as those two, but he is definitely of the 3. All right, my man. There
Yeah.
you go. You're gonna knock this shit down. That's what Bosh was.
And when LeBron was on Cleveland, he didn't have none of that.
He ain't had none of that. He needed help.
Okay.
Huh? Kobe got his
Listen.
help. Who
Also,
did Jordan
listen to
have?
this.
Who did,
So
the,
we gon-
who did the greatest of all time have as his backup?
Pippen.
He had Pippen for sure, his right hand man.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman.
Tony Kukoc. He had Dennis grabbing boards off the like no other, huh?
Horace Grant.
With the rainbow hair. Take my horse to the old town
He only
road.
had him for 3 rings.
It don't matter. He still had him. Who else did he have?
And he had,
and then Kirk. Yeah,
Who's
Kirk.
dude? He had the defensive dude.
Grant.
You trying to put
Horace
that?
Grant?
Trying to call
He was a
Carl
guard. He was lockdown defender. What was his name? I think he's on.
Ron Harper?
Yeah, Ron Harper. Ron Harper won.
He had those dominant forces that help him, bro. You need your help. You can be great.
Nobody's saying that you don't need help.
Bro,
But
you
you
think
cannot win 60+ games and be trash.
Bro, do you think Jesus could have got his message across without the disciples? Huh? You need some help.
You need some help, dog.
Oh God, I did
some
not.
help,
This,
dog.
like I said, LeBron James is the most
We did about
defended athlete I ever seen.
Hey,
LeBron James can't do no wrong.
Hey, no, I'm not even like a big LeBron fan, but I just state like, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
can't state
I'm,
facts.
I'll be
No team.
I'll be reasonable.
You cannot
like,
call
you
a
know what I mean?
team trash if
I'll be
they win
reasonable.
60+ games.
I mean, cause they had LeBron. LeBron that good, nigga. Where he took some trash
He
players.
can't be that good. They didn't go to the finals.
He wasn't good. I don't think if he would have went to the
There
finals.
we go.
If
He would have went to the finals and still got his ass handed to him.
he wouldn't have had one with that squad.
He would have got his ass handed to him because he would have had to come up against the
But
Black
at
Mamba.
least he would have got there.
Yeah, he would have got there and got swept by the Black Mamba. That's what he would have got. But man,
But I would have liked to see.
So-
I would have liked to see Kobe when they was pushing it. I'd like to see Kobe that squad against Miami. But y'all,
I would've
y'all
too.
fell off around that time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so it never happened. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron finally got some help,
We did,
like,
yeah.
all right, let's do it. And then,
It was
you know what I'm
over.
saying?
we fell off. You know, we went 3 straight. You know, three straight finals, and you know we won 2. You know what I mean?
If y'all get,
But,
I mean, and now y'all just gotta hope y'all stay healthy because y'all got 2.
I don't put y'all. Do
Oh,
not
I'm
put
saying,
y'all.
Oh, I forgot you ain't a Laker fan.
Do not
but
put y'all.
the Lakers got to make sure they stay healthy because you know Anthony Davis is,
I know Anthony Davis
and Leonard.
Leonard ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, he going to the clear. He should stay with Toronto.
I feel he should stay with Toronto too.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I never been a fan of multiple superstars joining, one team. That's just not me. That's why I didn't like the move that KD made. I was like, if he could have went anywhere else almost, and I would have been fine with it. Yeah. But I didn't like him joining that squad.
And then when y'all got Boogie, I knew for sure I wasn't watching no basketball.
Hey, but then I can't get mad at KD. He our style of play. He was like, it looked fun.
No, I mean, yeah.
It looked fun playing with us. You know what I mean? He like, man.
But it was just like, it was kind of like, even though they had the success of winning the rings, it's kind of like, man, like you just rolled the coattail. You know what I'm saying? Even though you helped, you made a big significant contribute to the win. It was just like, I just like it was like you took away the competitive nature. It was like,
yeah.
It was like I would have rather him go back with OKC and like, you know what, we lost, we coming back and we about to whoop y'all ass. They
just needed their third factor. They had their two dominant forces,
but you don't know what he was going. But
you don't know.
But you think about it, like people want you to do, but you don't know the factors. Like
I know
him and Russell
behind the scenes.
You know what I'm saying? Him and Russell, he probably like, man, I can't.
After that I always was a fan of his, but I became an even bigger fan. You know what I'm saying, of Russell Westbrook after that. When Russell said, man, don't talk to that bitch ass nigga in the game. We know when they was playing, he told, I forgot who it was. He said, don't talk to that bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I love Russ. You know what I'm saying? I became a huge Russell fan after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this quiet as cut. I don't even think like him going to the Nets. I don't even think that was a good move. Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like
talking about KD?
I'm saying even with KD and Kyrie Irving, they ain't even as deep as. I got the Sixers out the East.
No, this year.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying KD.
Actually,
KD
I like Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Dang,
Giannis is going to be even better next year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about overall though. The Sixers is.
But I think Milwaukee and the Sixers is going to battle it out next year.
Yeah, that's going to be. I just don't see Kyrie. I don't see Kyrie and KD. I don't know.
Getting along?
Not getting along, but I just don't see them like. I don't know. It seemed like I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't. He left the Warriors, but I don't think he left a better situation. Like I don't think it was like, oh, nigga, we're gonna kill.
Those two might be good on the East. They're gonna be good on the East. They trying to build their own little franchise.
Yeah,
it's like we both won with some dominant forces on another squad. Let's see if we can come together.
I would have liked KD. Tell you the truth, I feel like the Clippers is the best spot. Like I would like they overall they squad, but then Lou Williams just left.
He just left?
My cousin just told me he signed with I forgot.
He just signed a contract like a year ago.
I think he signed with somebody.
I don't know about that one because he just signed a new contract.
I gotta double check, but I think
we'll see. But Darius, let me you've been in LA for about what, 2 years now?
November the 27th, it'll be 2 years.
It'll be 2 years.
Yeah.
So being out here in LA is totally different from being back home in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
What how do you feel like everything's going for you being out here? Not just career wise, but also your mental.
It's an increase in everything. Like with me being out here, it's an increase in the hustle. As far as the career, it's an increase in the way I think. Like I think so much more out the box than I did back at home. Back at home, I was very comfortable, and I was just like going through the motions, just striving off of just pure talent instead of like perfecting my skills and everything that I had going on. Shit different, man. Culture shock. The people different, man. And like when you observe, being out here, everybody's such an actor. You can kind of just tell like who fuck with you and who don't. And then I started doing like a little security job. And then I put those things together, and just into psychology, you can kind of just tell like what's for you and what ain't for you. You know what I mean? And like you get stuck in the rut at the crib, and you don't understand why. It's like you got to leave, you got to go somewhere else, so you can learn about yourself. And that's what I'm still learning. I'm still learning what's cracking.
Yeah, man. I'm still learning every day my damn self.
Yeah.
It's trying to because sometimes, how I can put it, is like sometimes when you like, for example, you can reach out to somebody for something, and you're so used to the ways of doing it back home of just just call me, we'll do it, take care of it, send a text, we'll take care of it. Here is, sometimes you start getting, more business, people like email me, send me one sheet, send me this and this, and it's like, shit, I thought we was cool, but you might be cool, but you got to understand the business part of it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The business part of doing things, you know what I'm saying? Besides it just doing it the way we used to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Through text or whatever.
Yeah. It just, you got to do it more.
Business.
Yeah.
You can't take it personal. It's business.
Yes.
Yeah, for
All
real.
this shit.
So what about you, G King?
What, just my experience
Just
in LA,
like
or just
what's like your how's your mental state being out here in LA versus
Man.
versus being from back home, and the things that you're going through out here in LA,
LA
grinding.
basically woke my game up, like just made me, you know what I'm saying, just made me I was like Darius, like kind of like comfortable, like, you know what I mean, like just going through the motions, and just when I came to LA, it opened my eyes up that it was more than stand up. Like stand up wasn't gonna just get me, you know what I'm saying, like just far as like when I came here about social media, I started being more active on that and just trying to connect and get my followers up and just trying to. I got more business minded when I came to LA, and networking, and LA opened me up to be more come out of my shell, because when I moved here I didn't know nobody but my cousin, so it forced me, like, if I didn't like I met Darius, just, you know what I mean, like, hey, what's up, bro, like it forced me to be more social, like like, you know what I mean, like open to, like, you know what I mean, just being new or just meeting new people, and just, because before I would be kind of to myself, or I was from the Bay, so I really didn't have to, I mean, either you knew me or you didn't, you know what I mean, but here I had to learn, meet people, and that kind of helped me in my networking, just being more social, coming out of my shell, because I remember I would go to the comedy union and hang out, and I was just kind of like be to myself. But I was kind of like just peeping the scene, like, you just peeping who's who. And then somebody had gave me some advice. They was like, man, in LA you gotta be, it's cool to be to yourself, but you gotta be more, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, how you doing? I'm G King. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just meet everybody in the room. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Where you from? Or, you know what I'm saying? It just helped me in my net.
It's more than just people seeing you. They gotta feel you.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. A lot of these cats, and sometimes you take it as them being, might be an asshole, whatever. But you gotta think about it. Some of these cats that are in a position to, you can say help your career, or in a position to do something for you, they run into cats every day. New people every day.
Yeah.
So, and then if you're not around them on a consistent basis, they're not gonna remember you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do something. I'm not saying to do a crip walk in front of them or nothing, but I mean, you have to do, not only with your stand-up, if you get the opportunity to perform in front of them, but being able to, socially communicate with them, for them to remember you. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that I was taught when I first got here is you're probably gonna meet people and have to tell them your name about 20 times before they even remember you.
Yeah.
They see you all the time, but you gotta have them feel you, bro.
Yeah. And my main thing when I got to LA was just like, because everybody that came to LA was going back, like, man, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I gotta, like, I gotta make sure I stay, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I figure it out. I don't want to be the one to be like, I had to come back, like, so it was just a lot of pressure, like, when I first got here, just trying to get on stage, because I feel like I went backwards. Like in the Bay, I was, I was getting up, featuring, doing my time, and I got here, and I was like, I moved out here, and I was like, hey, cuz, where the mics at? And he, like, gave me a list. He was like, Marty's, and I'm like, so I would go to these mics, and I'm like, man, you know what I mean? Like, I had to figure out how to do comedy in front of comedians. Like, I was like, this is weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get it. Like, LA, because, you know what I mean? They like, this your mics, and I'm like, but one thing my cousin told me, he was like, when you come to LA, you gotta find your class. Like, y'all be in my class. Like, we can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 5 years from now, we're gonna be, because we came to LA at the same time. So everybody that came to LA around 2016, 17, 4 or 5 years from now, we gonna be still cool, because, you know what I mean? So we found our, like, Ron, you know what I mean? Everybody, we found our class of comedians, and then we just grow with each other, you know what I mean? Because, like, we can't kick it with the people that's been here 10 years ago. They gonna, you know what I mean? They like, you ain't put in the work we did, you know what I mean? Like,
and for me also is like, we in an era where also it's a lot more people want to be more individuals. You know what I'm saying? As in, they want everybody want to be in the spotlight. Everybody want the spotlight. And like last week, when I had my guest Jeray and Emmanuel, you know, they're behind the scenes people, and so and like I was talking to them is that we have to do better as in understanding that everybody, and then you got to just notice Hollywood period is that it's not going to be, everybody's not going to be the individual standout. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with recognizing that. It's nothing wrong with being under the radar and still being able to hit the road. You're just not going to be the star. Nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, when we go to the Laugh Factory, we go to these parties, when you see Joey, when you see Naeem, when you see Spank, they driving the same thing Kevin driving. They living comfortable just like he is. You know what I'm saying? They might not have the same spotlight or the same number in that bank account, but they living good. And you know what I'm saying? And so that's just, you know what I'm saying, I feel one of our class has to get that more understanding that we need to work together a little bit more to accomplish, you know what I'm saying, different things.
You need a team. You need a team that's gonna help you. You know, you can't do it all by yourself. You need at least one other dominant force. Okay? Kind of like how LeBron needed that other dominant force.
He needed that D Wade.
Yeah, he went and got D Wade. You know what I mean? Numbers win. You can't do everything by yourself. You got to understand, like, man, your time is your time, really. When I first came out here, like you said, I feel like I was going backwards.
Yeah, you feel like you're going backwards, bro.
Everybody was like, be prepared to start over. I go to these mics and I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, I'm like, can I get up? You're like, oh, no, man, you got to not finally get up.
You got to do all type of loops.
Bro, I started doing my money jokes, you know, that would kill over in New York or back at home, Detroit. And people looking at me like, I'm like, what you mean? This standing ovation or shit. And it just had me learn, like, yo, that's funny over there, but like, you got to work on this muscle that they feel in here. So it's like, all right, it's kind of like hot back at home. Like, you go to the hood and you do a hole in the wall joints and they laughing, and then you go out to the suburbs and they looking at you like, what is this? So I got to work out on that muscle. And just find how I can mold it to where whatever I do, all audiences laugh at.
And then LA, you got to learn. I didn't get it. Like, you start getting stuff. Like, my cousin was telling me, DC, he was like, when you come to LA, it's a different rhythm. And he's like, and you can tell that somebody just moved to LA. Like, you be like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when you get to LA, you do these mics. It's like a certain. You gotta kind of be like a confident, like, you know what I mean, like man, I don't even care, like, if y'all don't laugh, you know what I'm saying. You gotta cause the audience is here. If they feel like you, like they getting to you, that they not laughing. They get to you, but them open mics get you strong, though. Yeah. The open mics when you perform it just from the comics. Like, you be like, you know what I'm saying? When you do a show, you be like, oh, man, it's finna.
But also, too, with that, you also, your confidence level also comes in part of how you move when you go to different places. Yeah. Like, you can also tell the difference between someone that's been here for a while versus someone that's new is when you go to certain places. Like, when you go to, like, I don't know, like the Laugh Factory, now is, what's up? Walk through that door. Yeah, I'm good.
When you there, cause
when you somebody new, it's like, dude, am I able to come in? You know what I'm saying? You looking. Then that's when they be like, nah, you can't come in, bro. hey, that's what I realized too. In LA, you gotta have the confidence like you supposed to be in here. Like, when you come in there timid, like, I think I'm on it. They be like, oh yeah. When you come in there like, yeah, I'm finna.
They gonna look at you like he ain't gonna laugh.
If you come in here like, I'm a comedian. They like, oh okay, like, you know what I mean? Like the improv, I actually heard people be like, I couldn't even get in that mobile. I was like, bro, I just walk in there like, you know what I mean? Like, if you walk in like you a comedian, like you supposed to be here, like you belong. Yeah. And the key thing about moving to LA, what I realized is that you gotta hang out.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're not, and it's irritating because you're not getting up. Like going to hang out at a comedy club is just as valuable as stage time. Because you got, I done got heck of shows just going, just being there. Like, hey, bro, you want to do my show? I'm like, just cause, you know what I mean? Like, hey, just cause you're there. I done got in a lot of shows, or just a comedian ain't there. Like, hey, you want to go up?
So, you know what I mean? And like, it's like, so like, for example, like for me, it's so hard to balance out everything because, you know, I work a day job. So now I work on average 50 hours a week. Yeah. So now I'm working a day job, plus I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to go out, hit the stage, plus trying to go out and network. So it's like you trying to balance. I'm trying to balance all that out, but then I'd be like yesterday, for example, I got off work. I should have went to the comedy store yesterday, but I got home and I'm like, when I won't have time to wash dishes. You know what I'm saying? When do I have time to wash dishes and sleep? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you got to be able to balance out everything. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to go out and network. Like last weekend, I went out to last 2 weeks, I went to a couple spots to network. You know what I mean? And it's going to do the same thing this week. But it's trying to figure out that balance because it'd be like, you know, working, performing, you know, and staying out till, you know, 12, 1 o'clock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it needs to be, like Sunday, we went, you know what I'm saying, my plan was, I got off of work, went and was going to go home, you know what I'm saying, for a second. But then I talked to Ryan, shout out to Ron Taylor. We went to Fat Sal's.
Okay.
Ate, and then we went to, no, that wasn't this.
That must have
Sunday?
been Tuesday.
No, that was Saturday night. Saturday night.
Okay.
That was Saturday. So Saturday night, went to Fat Sal's. Then we went back. Then we went to the Improv, and then went to the crib probably like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Sunday, got off of work, went home for a second, and then I came out and met up with Darius and Ryan, and then we went to the comedy store.
We was at the comedy store,
Yeah.
and then
Went to the comedy store, and my plan was, you know, stay there until about midnight, and then head home. These niggas want to stay there until about 4 in the morning.
Yeah, him and Ryan.
You know what I'm
out,
saying?
bro.
Them
He
niggas,
out.
you know,
Yeah.
especially Ryan, because, you know, he full time now. You know what I'm saying? Stand-up. So
man.
it's like for him, you know what I mean? I ain't got to get up in the morning. So it's
Yeah.
like, but me, nigga, I got to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? And I got to get up and work a long day. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. You know what I mean?
What I used to do is just balance. Like, I'll go out, like, if I go out on Monday, and then I always take a day to chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I be getting, I don't know, I got to recharge. Like,
Yeah,
going
you
out,
burn
like
yourself
I'll go Monday, and then I'm chill Tuesday. Then I might chill Tuesday and Wednesday, then be at the Union and crack them up.
Yeah.
And then Friday, I'm at the, you know.
But what the problem is that when I feel like I do take the chill, you feel like man, I'm missing out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah.
And so that's just a part of it, man.
Because there's always a cat doing what you ain't. I always feel like it's
bro.
always somebody doing something that I ain't doing. Like, man, I should be out. Like,
That's why I
why I'm
be
not
like,
right?
yeah.
Like, why I ain't posting no videos? Why?
But yeah, that's just I don't know. This is it's
a hustle.
It's a
grind,
hustle
bro.
trying to figure this out.
It's basically a business, man. You gotta sell yourself, and then sell yourself to where like big money people gonna want to come through and be like, hey, yo, we fuck with you. We appreciate your hustle. We got some money that's gonna back you, and now you either gonna be mainstream and do that, or you gonna go the Chance the Rapper route and just still be independent. You like, I'm good on my own hustle. I'm straight. Appreciate the offer, but keep hustling, and that shit gonna be discouraging. You gonna see people you like, my hustle way stronger than whatever the fuck. You gotta be on your own. You got to be focused on your stuff, and just know your time is whenever your time is.
That's what I had to learn to do when I came to LA too. Like, is to have tunnel vision. Like, cause you see everybody.
Yeah,
you see it like, oh, he got on that show. Oh, he touring with him, and you just get caught up in like, man, I had to just be like, all right, this is what I'm doing. Focusing on, you know what I mean? I'm zeroing in what I'm doing, just and everything came in.
And that goes back to what I was saying, asking like, mentally, how do you handle something? You know, because some things get to you. You know, we all human. Some things, it will, you know what I'm saying, it will get to you and make you thinking. So how do you handle mentally, you know what I'm saying, doing things? You know what I'm saying? When something's bothering you, or you feel like you might be, I don't want to say stressing, but you're in your thoughts about stuff. Like, how do you handle it?
I might feel it that day, and then the next day I'm like, oh, I'm tripping. Like, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? That was day one. This day two. Like, I might harp on it that day. Like, dang, I didn't get this, and then the next day I'm like, all right. I think about all the good things. Like, I mean, you know, I think about where I'm at and where I could be.
Yeah.
You know, like, man, it's cats that
home.
wish it's cats that wish they was in LA, that wish they could just, you know what I mean? Like, think about all the positive things.
You in the midst of everything, man. You in the
Like,
clubs.
bro, we in LA. We could walk in the comedy store.
You see anybody.
We chilling.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle was chilling, smoking a cigarette. What's up,
Right.
y'all? All right. Yeah, we in LA.
Every night.
We living our dreams.
Yeah.
Not everybody else left. Not it's people that still in Detroit that wish. Man, I wish I was in LA with Darius and Brandon.
Uh-huh.
You can't even complain because they wish they'd love to have your problem.
Yeah.
You know.
That's like Mike Epps. You see his stand-up special?
I watched some of it. I haven't finished it.
And he was
yet.
talking about everybody threw their problems out.
Yeah.
And then you say you get somebody problem, you be like, dang, I wish I had my problem.
Yeah.
He was like,
And you walking back.
yeah, you walking now you got a limp. Yeah,
hilarious,
that was
bro.
funny, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Sometimes I either go to the gym when I'm feeling frustrated, get angry. I go to the gym to get that aggression out, or I go to the water. Me personally, like I go to the beach, and then I ain't got to deal with nothing. And sometimes I turn my phone off and just take an edible and just look at the water and just think, man. I be thinking like sometimes little edibles be having me like look at stuff from a bird's eye view. I'm like, all right, I need to get this shit in order. I need to get this done.
You know what I do when I am feeling down and I need like I'll listen to like something positive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll listen to a motivational speaker. Or I'll listen to this might be funny. I'll listen to Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
He's the most positive dude. Like
Yeah,
Joel
positive,
Osteen is positive. Like man, you just you don't stop. You know,
Yeah.
it's positive. Some Joel Osteen, bro. I YouTube a sermon.
See, for me, and then well, this is what a lot of people don't know about me. Which I just said last week. Well, last year I started going to therapy. I started going to speak to somebody. You know what I mean? And I had stopped going, but I recently just started back going. You know what I mean? For me, I do suffer from depression. You know what I mean? I do have depression, moments. You know what I mean? It don't be, moments where I'm talking about killing myself and other shit like that. But I go through moments where where I do feel down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's a couple things, you know what I'm saying, that gets me out of it, you know what I mean? My biggest thing is listening to Jay-Z. Like, listening to Jay, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times helps me, knock out of it. Sometimes I just need to be to myself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to be to myself, just to go through my thoughts, and then I'm back popping. But a lot of times it only happens when my mind is idle. When I don't have anything on my mind to think about or to work on, that's when I hit the moments. But if my mind is on something, thinking about something, working on something, I'm good.
Man, I never knew that. You seem like so positive, and
Yeah, bro.
I would never think that you dealt with depression. Like
Yeah.
you seem like a
So
guy.
like if it's times where you might be like, dang, I ain't seen B, you know what I'm saying? It's usually I'm at the crib, you know what I'm saying, work, you know what I'm saying, in the moments, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I had to go, that's another reason. It's another reason why I had to go back and start, you know what I'm saying, talking to somebody to work out that mental block that I have in my head. And so I'm dead, and what's so crazy is that, and I said it last week, is that, in the black culture, when you tell people, you know what I'm saying, that you're going to go talk to them, and they automatically assume that, what's wrong, you crazy or something? Nah, man, it's life. You know what I mean? It's life. And you start understanding, a lot more stuff, you know what I'm saying, as you get older. And sometimes you can't figure it out. And so you need, a neutral person that don't know you, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't have an invested, you know what I'm saying, love, for you, like a friend or a family member. Because sometimes, you can talk to a family member about certain stuff, but certain stuff you need somebody that's neutral, that has nothing to do with you, to give you an honest opinion. Because if you talk to a family member or something like that, they're giving you their opinion, but they also have an invested, love to you. So it's kind of like they're not giving you the 100% that you need, you know what I'm saying, to figure out what you need to figure out. And so that's one of the main reasons why I started going to therapy, is because I wanted that neutral opinion.
And that's weird, because a lot of comedians deal with depression, and it's weird because we bring joy. You know what I'm saying? You bringing joy to the world, but you're like, man, my life. Or,
because
that's our way of dealing with our problems. It's like we feel so comfortable on stage, but then as soon as we get off, because I'm kind of like that. As soon as I get off stage, I'm sad. I'm like, damn, I got to get back to the stage. And like I like you said, like in the black community, we be like, what's wrong with you? So I felt that way, and the way I would like deal with my issues and problems, like for a while, I would like go to the bottle or something. I'm like, man, I'm gonna give me a little drink. I'm gonna hit up this little chick, and that's how I cope. And that is no way to cope.
It's not.
It ain't. For real,
You know
you
what I'm
can talk
saying?
to somebody.
And that happens that you pick up habits that it doesn't fix the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It just helps you, you know what I'm saying, for that moment, take care of the problem. But at the end of the day, you still got to deal with that problem once you out that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest factors for me that equals my depression is loneliness. You know what I'm saying? I haven't officially lived, you know, as a resident in Detroit since 2014.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2015 was the last time I actually was a resident, you know, living in Detroit. I done lived in multiple other cities since then.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you get to a point where it's not, and then it's not always about, you know, having, you know, a girlfriend or just, you know, because I have friends out here. You know, I got y'all too. You know, I got Ryan, got Heather. You know, I got people, friends. But sometimes you just in that moment for some reason, something just hits me, and it just be like, man, I just be feeling like I'm all alone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one of my biggest triggers for my depression.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a common. You know, everybody at one point be like, I mean, especially out here, you be like, man, I get my moments in LA because you see so many people successful.
Uh-huh.
My thing is, I be like, man, what if I don't make it, or what if I'm wasting my time? What if I'm out here? You know, like not everybody's gonna make it.
Not everybody's going to make it, but it's depending on what. But also too, and this goes back to what I was saying about being the star. It's about in your mind and with your mindset of what making it is. You know what I'm saying? Of what making it is. Is your making it trying to be in blockbuster movies? Is your making it trying to just be a role comedian?
My making it change because I thought being on TV. that was my man, I get on Comedy Central, and then because I was talking to my cousin, I was like, dang, bro, like I spend so much energy just trying to get some exposure like on TV. And yesterday I was like, man, now I don't know like what's next. Like, I'm on TV.
Like, let me ask, do you have management?
No, I don't have no management. That
Now,
should be the next.
But now, that's good next. But it's people that got management that ain't sniff TV. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even sniff TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not even doing what you doing right now. So, and it's just is figuring out the level of success that you want with inside, and now is trying to, and then after that is capitalizing, trying to figure, and then just working in steps. You gotta just make steps for yourself.
To be honest, like I don't have to be the biggest comedian.
Me
ever.
either.
Like I just want to be able to be like, say like, if I'm working, like say if I'm headlining and just have my boys come with me, that's going on the road. Like I'm cool with just working at weekend, just being able to have. If selling out is a plus, but just have a crowd and working. I want to be working. I want to be where I don't have to have a 9 to 5. Or I don't have to have moments where I'm just doing comedy full time and I gotta take this side job. I'm good with that.
Yeah, because I said it last week. Also, I said for me, TV, I want to do TV let me tell you like this. I want to do TV as much as possible. But if I'm able to do TV once or twice, I'm fine with that. For the fact that I only really want to do TV for 2 reasons. The validation that what I've been doing is, is being appreciated. And second, just to make my mama proud. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? Just to show my mama all these years, I ain't been wasting my time.
Man,
that's it.
Hey, the thing about it is, like about a couple years ago, my mom, your mother gonna be real with you. Like, so what are you doing in LA? Like, she like basically just came like, I want to make sure you're making the right decision, or that you're not wasting your time. Like, what she basically like, what are your plans? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just out here trying to figure it out. I don't know. But then when I got the heart of the city, it kind of like, she was like, okay, like,
you're doing something.
Yeah. She was the main one. Like, baby, I knew it. She was the main one trying to get me, like, I don't know how much longer. Like, what's your end plan? Like, how long are you going to do this? I'm like, Mom, I don't know. Like, for some reason, why the comedians, why the entertainers, why do we have to have an end plan? Like, everybody else can just have a job, be a janitor for 20 years. I'm not asking you what's your end plan. Like, this is what it's what it is. Like, comedy. It's this or that. So I just was like, this is what it is, Mom. And then when I got the Heart of the City thing, she was just excited. She posted on her page. She's like, my baby. So now she but
Yeah.
prior to that, she was just trying to like,
Trying to make sure you're
what's
straight.
your end game? How long you gonna be in LA? And then she didn't understand it because in the Bay, I was making money.
Uh-huh.
Here, I'm like, I got a show. She's like, how much you getting paid? I'm like, $25.
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
That's the same thing with my mom's, man. Cause I was making money at the crib, man. You know, shows get what? However much money you get for shows. And then I got a job bartending, and I'm helping with whatever she need help with.
Mm-hmm.
She like, you in LA, you maybe you need to go to New York or something. Like, I gotta stick it out for a little bit. And I show her I'm doing some things. She like, oh, okay. All right, but they just want the best for us, really.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to see the kid, the baby struggle.
They
So-
don't want to see.
So let me ask, G, how old are you?
I'm 37, but my Hollywood age, I'm 33.
Damn.
I'm 37.
I
Did,
don't have no Hollywood age. I'm 31, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
joke.
gonna start saying I'm 24.
They say, they say you're supposed to have like 2 years back. But I'm 37.
Okay.
Yeah. How old did you be?
I'm 32. I'll be 33 this year.
Y'all niggas grown.
And so, but that's what I'm getting at is like, do you now, okay, you older than both of us, so you definitely should have a feeling about this is that when did that ticker in your head start going where like, man, I gotta get my grown man next level shit on, like, when did that?
And when my friends were passing me up,
Yeah.
because they got jobs and I'm still, I felt like I had to have something to let me know that I was equivalent. Like, I don't know, like they had jobs and kids and they doing good and I'm struggling. I don't really have nothing to show for it. I just needed something to show for it. And me getting the heart of the city was kind of like, okay, yeah, cuz, you know.
Doing his thing.
Yeah, even with my girl, like when she say, you know, when you dating your girl and you say you a comedian, you know, she just came at a good time in my life right now, but
Right.
it felt good to be like, oh, he on Heart of the City, like he ain't just he just ain't out here telling jokes. He on Comedy Central.
Yeah,
Like,
he
so,
doing stuff.
Yeah, it's because it gives now she get to go to her friends like, yeah, you watch my man on Comedy Central, you know what I mean? It gives a little bit more instead of just saying, oh, you know, girl, y'all want to see my man at Sycamore, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They looking like, what?
Like,
who is he?
You know what I mean? So, you know, I get
the
that.
validation is cool, and then it's just this year has been a good year from like man, besides my Warriors losing and all that, but it's been a great year. Like 2 TV credits in 1 year, like I can't even complain.
Right.
Like it's good for right now. I'm just taking it all in and just right now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna capitalize off of it. I'm trying to get an EPK together so I can start sending these clubs. I'm talking about next week. I'm talking about Monday. I'm like, hey,
What's happening?
I'm like, what's up, B? Y'all coming on the road with me? I'll be like, hey, I'm trying to get some one-nighters. I just don't want it to have a credit and then just let it just
sit.
Because
sit.
It's people out there like that.
Don't
bro.
capitalize off of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, man, this is a one time in a lot. Ain't no telling if I'm ever get another credit.
Keep it
All
going.
Trying to keep it. Trying to make sure this ain't the last I'm on TV.
Right. What about you, Derek?
I don't have that many TV credits, but I'm working on it. I got a show tomorrow at the Comedy Union. That's at 8:30, and it's $5 to get in.
You
$5
finally
drinks,
$5 got on her good side and she put you on there?
I did a show with her before. And I was sending in my veils and hit her up, and it's kind of back to what we were saying. Like, some people want you to be there.
Yeah.
And so I
she do.
showed up to the club.
Both of them.
I showed up to the club, and she's like, all right, you know, I like your persistency, you consistent. We're going to put you up. I went up, did my thing, and she was surprised. She was like, yo, I didn't know you was that strong of a comedian. I didn't know. A lot of people don't know because they just see you on the scene, but they don't know what you about until you're like, oh, shit, what's this do? You know, so I got that popping off, man, and I just quit my job, man. I don't know what I'm going to do other than just make it work, you know? So,
Yeah. For me, it started, the ticket started hitting me about a year ago. You know what I mean? It was a year or two ago. It started hitting me like, man, you know, because like all my friends I grew up with, back home and stuff like that, married, kids, you know what I'm saying? And, I want a family one day. You know what I mean? I want kids, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm about to be 33 this year, and I'm nowhere near close to that, and I'm nowhere near established still, you know what I mean? And not saying that they, not working on themselves, because of course they is, you know what I'm saying? You should always work on yourself. But it's like more now, and it's like I'm working on building, you know what I mean, and trying to go to that next level. So it's just, man, it's a lot to see, and that's the thing about it is
sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice that you're making for yourself to have a better future. And a lot of times, people that's not in the business, they don't know, or they damn sure don't understand. Like, for example, like anytime I do a show, the first thing some of my friends might say is, "And you getting paid?" And you be like, nah, and they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand, like, nigga, why you ain't getting paid?
Right.
It's part of what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? To get paid. You know what I mean? You gotta
pay your dues.
You know what I'm saying? It's stuff that, I had to drive to San Diego a couple times for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before, they start booking me, want to start booking me for weekend, stuff. So and then when you do get paid, it's not like it's in California. You lucky to really make some money when you do a show.
How was that?
Y'all gotta start getting to the Bay.
The Bay Area?
Mm-hmm.
Bay Area, you can get it. It's
the further away you get from LA,
I'm saying the next biggest market from LA is
the Bay Area. San Francisco,
San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Improv. Like
it's comedy is huge out there.
It's money out there.
Because my favorite club, I haven't done only club I done in the Bay was Tommy T's, and that's been one of my favorite clubs.
Tommy T's is probably one of my favorite clubs too.
I still ain't done the Bay, man.
Yeah, you gotta do the Bay, bro. You like it out there.
Yeah.
Cause the Bay is it's weird, bro. It's all California, but the
It's
Bay
different.
and LA is two.
It's
different
too
worlds.
different, yeah.
It's too different. Like the people in the Bay are a little more, like just a little more realer.
Like
just,
I feel
That's what
like
I keep hearing.
Yeah, it's
like
little,
I feel like once you pass Fresno, it's a whole different atmosphere in California.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different. Then once you pass the Bay and go to Sacramento, it's a whole different. It's a whole different vibe.
The Bay and Sacramento is two different worlds.
Yeah.
Like 45 minutes.
When I think California, New York, and Texas, and Florida, them 4 states, to me, and I've even put Nevada in there a little bit, but them 4 states mainly, people that don't live there or especially have not traveled, they assume the state is all one.
Yeah.
It's all one.
Yeah.
They don't understand that California is broken up, culturally, culture-wise, into 3, maybe even 4 different parts.
That's like that's my cousin. They call me, bro. I'm in the Bay. Where you at? I'm like, bro, I'm in LA.
That's 8 hours away. You know what I mean?
It's all
like when I lived in Texas, when I lived in Dallas, when they have the big hurricane and everything in Houston, people call my phone blowing up, everything. People like, man, you okay? This and I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about? And they like, nigga, the hurricane. I'm like, nigga, I live in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? That's 4 hours away. That's a whole different section of Texas. And people just took Texas as one thing. So if the hurricane going in Houston, they assume it was going on in San Antonio too. Nah, them 2 different places.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for like Florida, like Miami and Jacksonville. It's totally different. When you go to Buffalo and upstate New York, it's totally different from New York, the actual, New York City.
When all them fires happen.
I got a question to y'all about just making a move to LA. Like me, I made the move on LA for the fact that I'm from California. I'm only 5 hours away from LA. It makes sense to go to the bigger hub, to make that. It just makes sense. But a lot of people was telling me, man, you don't want to go to the, you want to move to LA when you're invited. But I'm like, man, I got to make it happen. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and wait for the industry to find. I'm gonna go to where it's popping at. But I hear a lot of people be like, man, don't run to LA if you ain't got no agent or if you just gonna wasting your time. But I feel like you got to get here and mix it up.
Yeah, it's like for me, and that's how it was. Like my career could be totally different if I did not listen. I'm being honest with you, and if they do listen to this, if I did not listen to the vets in my city, if I did not listen to them, I would be in a different part of my career. because when I first started, a lot of the vets, you know, you got to do this. It's going to be this certain amount of time before you can do TV. You know, it's going to be this and that, you know what I mean? And so it was more of, and I won't even say that it's not hating, it was, I guess what they felt like that's the way they grew, how their career went is going to be how everybody's career should go. And that's not the truth. You know what I mean? And if I would not have listened to them, I would have been out here in LA long time ago. You know what I mean? But it was the discouragement and that took me away from even focusing strictly on comedy to make that move.
Yeah.
I came out here. I was just like fed up, bro. Listen, fucking laughing, man. You know the story. I was fed up, man. I was making money at the crib, like just bartending and like had like a career and then doing shows like every so often. I was comfortable, man. And then I had like this movie I had did. It was in the city, bro. It looked so good, man. It was gonna be so funny. And I'm like, man, this shit about to blow me up, man. Wait till they see it. And then we did the premiere, and it just went south, man. I was going through it with this chick too, and what was funny was, like a week prior to that, my homie was like, I want you to do a film with me. And I'm like, well, I got plans to go to LA like at the end of December or something. I'm gonna go back and forth. So he's like, man, LA always be there, man. Just think about it. And so I asked for a sign like immediately, like, what should I do? Should I leave or should I just stay? And then that night, I had closed up the bar, and then some random homeless person walked up to me and was like, hey, bro, which way is Hollywood? I was like, what? He was like, yeah, man, I'm the best entertainer, the funniest. Put your phone out, bro. I'm going where y'all going. And I'm like, all right, that's the sign. So then the premiere happened for the movie that I was doing, and that shit was so bad. And then I was going through it with this chick, and I just got fed up, man. I went to the airport that night and it was like, hey, man, how much for a ticket to LA? And it was like $700 and something. I was like, here you go, take it. And my people was calling me. It was like, bro, you drunk, man. Just think, you're not in your right mind. Just think about what you're doing, man. I'm like, nah, I gotta go. Because if I don't go now, I ain't never gonna go, man. Man, sometimes it take crazy stuff to happen.
Bro, that's the same thing. I remember I was dealing with this chick, and if I would have stayed in the Bay or stayed where I was at, it wouldn't have had. Because I was a chick, she had kids, and she wanted me to be, you know what I'm saying, to stay at home. Yeah, she was with the comedy, but it wasn't moving fast enough for her.
Right.
And I was just like, man, well, your kids and your situation ain't worth me putting off what I got going on.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm thinking about moving to LA. And she was like, so you like going? I'm like, man, something just told me, like in a couple years, I'm going to LA. And then I kept getting confirmation, like people be like, when I was talking to my boy, he's like, bro, why you in LA? And I'm like, man, he was like, bro, you ain't got no kids, you ain't married, bro, you should be. And I'm like, and he was like, what are you doing? And then I remember I was opening up for Tommy Davidson, and he was like, man, you still here? And I was like, yeah. He was like, man, if I come back here and you ain't in LA, boy, we gonna have some problems. He kept, I kept getting it like, man, you need to get to LA. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, because them vets, man, they see it, dog.
Yeah,
and a lot of them was talking to me.
Yeah, he told me
bro, you funny.
Yeah.
Funny. They see it way better than we. We kind of like, we don't see it because we're not looking at ourselves. And then so many of them be like, you one of the funniest people in America or whatever. You leave. You know, and then other people, they'll say some shit like, nah, don't leave yet. You know? So, like, everybody path different, man.
Yeah, like, I remember I was living in Atlanta at the time, and Rodney Perry, we was talking, and he was just like, man, he asked me, how old are you? He was like, man, go to LA. That was that work. Go to LA. I didn't, and so at that moment, at that time, I didn't go. But once I got into my situation where I was homeless in Atlanta and no money, had no direction, and I moved back to Detroit. And once I sat in my cousin's basement, and I was like, from this day forward, I'm going to go up, and I'm going to go to LA. Didn't know how I was going to get there, but I was going to figure out a way to get there. And I didn't want to come there, and I didn't want to go to LA and have to, depend on other people, because that's how my situation was when I was in Atlanta. Having to rely on other people to have a roof over your head is not cool. You know what I mean?
True.
Because any day moment, that shit can switch. You know what I'm saying? And so my mindset was, I'm gonna get to LA, and I'm gonna get to LA at a point to where I can be able to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Do me. And so Yeah, man, it's.
And then the thing about it, moving to LA, when I got here, probably the biggest hurdle was just being new, not knowing nobody. Like going, I remember, I don't know if y'all was out here when they had the All Deaf.
I only went to when they first brought back the when they did the big HBO special.
Okay,
that's the only time I
they
seen
used to
the
have
All
it at the Chinese. They don't think you moved.
I never got to go.
It used to be lit,
Yeah.
but it was cool. I mean, I used to like going, but it was just weird because you don't know nobody. So you just like a comedian, you see people talking, and you like kind of like you might know one person.
Yeah.
But I was like, I wish they had that now because I know more people, and I could be like, hey, what's up? But that was the only part is just not knowing nobody, just going. Because I remember I told my cousin, he been out here for years, and I was like, bro, he kind of like forced me to, because I was kind of like, man, I got my cousin, and I can go through it with him, but he kind of made me. Right, you gotta figure it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Figure it out.
You stand with me, but you gotta figure it out.
Yeah,
like, you can't. You gotta.
You
Pay
can't
your
just
own
lean
way.
on me for everything.
So he was on the road. He was on the road with Affion Crockett. So he was
Okay.
gone. So I had to. I was like,
Right. You can't just sit at the house all day.
So
you
it forced me to go out and meet people.
Now this nigga right here. So I'm gonna set the whole mood up. You know what I'm saying? So you can understand the situation. So. Back in September, I went to the On the Run tour. Cause I'm a big Jay-Z. I'm part of the Beehive. I'm a big Jay-Z and Beehive fan. Cause I'm part of the Beehive out here in these streets. Like, you can't say shit wrong about Beyonce in front of me. We might have to throw some hands. You know what I mean? But so they was fresh off their tour, whatever, and it was just a Sunday night. Got off of work, and I said, you know what? I'm about to go to the Laugh Factory. Just one night. So get to Laugh Factory, I walk in there, what's up? Walk in, I get upstairs, see this nigga up there. He's like, hey, what's up, man? We talk for a second. So as I get up to go into the showroom, upstairs on the balcony, this dude tells me, he said, hey man, Jay in there. I'm confused as hell at this point when he said, I'm like, Jay, okay. No, he like, Jay is in there. I'm like, all right, nigga. I'm like, okay. So at this point, he never once said the full name. He just said Jay. So I'm thinking he talking about Jay Farrow or somebody like that. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about these niggas.
Yeah.
This nigga saying like he owe me some money or something. So I walk in and...
Hey, it's funny you say that because your response was like, he was like, okay. I'm like, okay. I was kind of like, he ain't tripping. But I feel like maybe I'm being a groupie, like, Jay, like,
so, and so he like, yeah, man, you can't make sure you don't take no pictures and nothing and everything. I'm looking like, they told me at the beginning, when I walked in, don't take no picture. I'm like, they didn't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't try to take no picture of no nigga Jay Farrow. I said, only thing I want from Jay Farrow is his sister. Sister fine as hell. But, sister thick as fuck. But, let's get back to the point of the story. But, so I walk in, instantly, my eyes, like I felt like a little bitch at this moment. My eyes locked in, and I said, Jay-Z? And so that moment, it was like my feet was cement, and I just turned my head, and I said, Jay-Z? And he looked at me like, yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I told you Jay was in there. And I'm like, Jay-Z up in here. So now, I'm like, damn. So now, my mind automatically like, I gotta get a picture. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, but upstairs, they had the balcony blocked off, whatever, and you couldn't, you can't go over there. So, whatever. So I'm still thinking like, man, I gotta get this picture with Jay-Z. I'm one of them. Yeah. Mm. So now, I told this before, Jackie heard this story, but, they always have somebody on at Chocolate Sundays at the Laugh Factory taking pictures, whatever, and stuff like that. So it was this girl at that Pacific night. It was a girl taking pictures, and she had a long ponytail, blonde ponytail. So I'm sitting down watching the show, and I think Gerard is on stage. Gerard Carmichael's on stage, and all you see was the blonde ponytail walk past. So I'm thinking it's the girl taking pictures. Somebody hit me next to me and was like, hey, that's Beyonce. Nigga, when my body, I felt like I was not in myself. I felt like I just been touched by Jesus when she just walked past me. And when she sat down, I looked at her and was just like, Beyonce, it's Beyonce. And I was fucked up the rest of the night. Not in a bad way, but I was fucked up like, I'm in the same vicinity as Jay-Z and Beyonce. So now at this point, everybody around is like, man, it's either trying to get a picture of them or trying to get a picture with them. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to figure it out. And they know that it's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not going to be easy. This nigga, G King, was the savior of the day. He went from, he said, fuck it. This nigga got a picture, and I got my memory for life from this nigga. Because I was scared. Because at this point where I'm not a featured comedian at the Laugh Factory. So I don't have the clout, you know what I'm saying, of where I can do things and not have the fear of, hey nigga, you can't come here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still at that level of, you know, I can get in there, shake hands, laugh, whatever. But if I do one stupid thing, nigga, we don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. So it's like, so I was scared to take the damn picture. Yeah, I didn't want to whip my phone out. You know what I'm saying? That's how scared I was.
You know what it was, bro? Like, it was the fact that her telling me I can't do it.
No.
Like, you know, I'm kind of not rebellious, but like, they tell me I can't take it's my phone. I pay the bill. You gonna tell me? So I just kind of like,
there you go.
I got a quick one, bro. But the thing about it is, when I came back, the lady that told us don't take the picture, she was like, "Thank God you took a picture." Because nobody took pictures, so it was kind of like Jay-Z and Beyonce went there. Yeah. My picture, everybody took. I wish I would have put my name, my tag name, because everybody took that picture. Like, everybody.
And so, cause then they didn't announce that they was there, and nothing. So the only people that knew they was there was if you were upstairs, or if you were on the bottom level and you can see up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you can't see up, you had no idea they was there. Because they even went out the back door. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They went out the back door. So you didn't even see them.
And none of them, they told the comedians nobody can acknowledge.
Right, you couldn't acknowledge.
It would have been pandemonium. Right. Nobody would have been focused on the show.
Yeah. Nobody would have been focused on the show, and everybody would have been running outside to try to catch them. Yeah. And so, you know what I'm saying, they did it, I felt they did it the respectful way. They did. And people were like, and so even after the show, they did, you know, if you were in the back part, you know what I'm saying, upstairs where the bar is at, in the lounge area, they did talk. They didn't just walk past people and just act like. Hey, what's up? No, they did actually communicate. They actually talked to people. You know what I'm saying, whatever. They didn't take no pictures of them, but they did talk to you, acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying, if you was there, and then they left off. You gotta understand their situation. You know what I'm saying. They're not, even though they're normal people like us, but they're not normal people because of what society has placed on them.
Bro, you know what was weird? Is when I was trying to post it on Facebook, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, it was like blocking it, like it wouldn't let me post, bro. It was weird, like it was some type of like you can't just post. They don't want people to know. It was something that was blocked, bro. It wouldn't go through at first. I would not until later on that night.
Oh, okay. But
you had to clear first. Damn, that's like the government officials.
So, Jackie, what time is it?
So do you?
1:50.
All right. So,
so do you have that picture that he?
I still got it. I show. Anytime I have a conversation about them, I show that picture.
Was it a picture of them, or was it a picture of like you walking past?
No, it was a picture. It was kind of blurry, but you can tell that's Jay-Z.
Yeah,
I seen that. Yeah. So that was the picture.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Carmichael.
So right here, right now, anybody that got that picture and show, we're giving credit to G King for that picture. Appreciate you. He's the real one for that picture.
Letting us know they were there.
So we about to wrap this up, but before we do that, we're gonna get into it. Get into it a little quick. Earlier, you know, saying when we was talking about sports, you know, and we was talking about running backs. You know, to me, you know, saying at one point Barry Sanders was the greatest running back, but after what I seen Adrian Peterson accomplish on, you know, himself, it made, even though yes, I'm a little biased because I'm a Viking fan, but to me he's the greatest running back. And seeing a dude have the career that he has and still going, but going for almost breaking the single season rushing record, carrying a team on his back to the playoffs. Like literally, like he carried that team. Our quarterback was suspect. We didn't have a lot of talent, you know what I'm saying, on offense at that time. He literally carried that team to the playoffs itself. A dude, you know what I'm saying, messes ACL up, comes back, and goes over 1,000 yards again, you know what I'm saying, as soon as he comes back, and comes back at a record pace of that injury. This dude has just been phenomenal, you know, since he's been in the league. And for me, you know what I'm saying, like I said, for me, if you don't agree with me, that's cool, whatever. But I want to ask y'all, who are y'all top 5? It could be in any sport. It doesn't have to be strictly basketball, not strictly football. But who are y'all top 5, not just favorite athletes, but who you believe is the best at their position? Darius.
Who I believe is the best at their position? The best or my favorite?
Combination of, it could be both. You know, who's your favorite, or who do you feel is the best?
Shit. All right, the best running backs, I'm gonna go with Barry Sanders. Receivers, the best receivers, I'm gonna go with Moss. Basketball, the best shooting guard, I'm going with Jordan.
It don't have to. It could be the same. You can do 2 basketball players. You can do 2 football. Players. You don't have to do multiple different sports.
The best center, I'm gonna go with Shaq, man. He's probably one of the best, if not the best centers. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, man, because that's kind of tough. He wasn't good at free throws.
But he like he said I made him when it counted.
Man, I like the best pitcher of baseball. I'm gonna have to go with Verlander. Verlander was so good that when the hurricane happened, to pay homage, Detroit traded Verlander to Houston, and then they won the pennant. That's just that's my theory of the shits. How many is that? Is that
that's
5 athletes?
That's 5. What about you, G?
If I had to do the top 5 athletes, I'll go with Jordan, Montana,
Joe,
yeah, Rice,
Jerry,
Bonds and Griffey. Baseball. You know what I mean? Like top, like to me, like
Griffey was my favorite.
Yeah, Bonds and Griffey.
Okay. For me, you already know, Kobe Bryant, Adrian Peterson, Randy Moss, Tom Brady, and for the 5th, I'm going with Deion. Best corner.
I didn't think about
Best
one.
corner. So
that's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Sanders, but Moss is, that's an argument.
It's like I was watching the other day. I was in
Jerry's
the car.
numbers.
No.
Jerry's numbers.
Jerry,
For sure.
Yeah,
I'm saying
he
if you
played
go
ridiculously long.
Deion is definitely by far my favorite corner.
Yeah,
I was watching highlights of Randy the other day on YouTube, and I'm just like, this shit is just unreal. It was just unreal. Like it literally, it was one play he had 3 people on him, and he did like this, and Tom Brady threw to him, and it was touchdown.
He cold.
I wish he would have won the ring that year.
Me too.
Man, that was his year. They was killing that year.
Yeah.
When they like undefeated down there the whole season.
Yeah, they was undefeated season. They lost in the Super
Bowl.
Yeah, and that year, and then also the year we lost to the Giants in the playoffs when him and Chris Carter we had Randall Cunningham, and we was killing everybody. We set an NFL record offense that year, and we just flamed out in the championship game. That still stings to today.
It's funny when you said my grandfather, my mom's dad was a big Vikings fan. I don't know, he was big, like it was odd, like how you a Vikings fan? But I think it was because of the black coach and all that. Yeah. And I want to say something else. Well, go ahead. I got you. I wanted to say that, but there was something else I wanted to say about I ended up watching. I had watched a documentary on Chris Carter.
Uh-huh.
He I didn't know he was interesting. Like
Yeah.
like the Chris Carter you see now wasn't.
The Chris Carter,
He was
yeah.
kind of wilding. Like
Oh.
I didn't know he got suspended. He was on drugs. He
got cut.
for cocaine and he was
Wow.
wild.
Yeah.
Chris Carter was a wild boy. I never knew.
Hey,
Because I'm looking at Chris Carter now. Like
Uh-huh. Hey man, that era, that 80s, 90s era.
it was, everybody was on that.
That wasn't no
bro.
joke, man.
Lawrence
But,
Taylor. Everybody was on that.
But but as we about to get out of here, give y'all your Instagram. Anything y'all wanna shout out?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to everybody listening and everybody who will listen. My name is Darius Bennett. You can follow me on Instagram. That's Mr. just Mr. Darius Bennett. Darius, 1 R in Darius, 2 N's in Bennett, 2 E's in that bitch, 2 T's in there too. I'm at the Comedy Union tomorrow at 8:30. You can check me out. It's $5. I think it's 21 and up to get in. If it ain't 21, it's 18. But you gotta be 21 to drink. But you ain't gotta be 21 to laugh. I hope not. Yeah, I'll be there Wednesday, and I think I'm gonna be at Long Beach somewhere Friday, and then Saturday I'm gonna be at the Comedy Store, the Billy Room, 10:30, and that's what I got going. That's me. And what's my other handles? Sir Dario Bennett is on Twitter. SIRDARIO Bennett. That's just my name. We ain't got time to me get into it. And then Darius Bennett on Facebook. That's it.
Yeah, I'm G King. On my Instagram handle is G King Comic. G King and then comic. And I got today I'm about to be at the Ha with Leonard Oots and Vincent Bryant on 2 mics.
Susie, yeah.
And Friday, it's the big night, y'all. If y'all, I don't know when this is gonna air. I mean, when you gonna put this out? Okay. Well, y'all tune in. I'm gonna be on Comedy Central, Kevin Hart's Heart of the City, the Oakland episode, 11 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. My first TV debut doing stand-up, so I'm very excited. Y'all log in, hit me up, let me know what y'all felt about it. You know, the comments, they've been killing me. I was on YouTube. Somebody told me I look like a fat Dom Kennedy.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, y'all tune into that. I got a show on Saturday up in the Bay with Kevin Tate and my boy Cody Woods. That's also on the show. So yeah, that's what's up, bro. Have me G King Comic.
All right. Again, January 10th, House of Comedy, Phoenix, Arizona, and then July 10th, House of Comedy, Phoenix, Arizona, and July 19th with the Stella Alder Theater out here in LA. You can also make sure you can follow me at Brandon Jordan Comedy on Instagram, and then also go to BrandonJordanComedy.com to get any of the merchandise for my Detroit people. Don't blame me, blame Detroit T-shirt and hoodies, and then anybody else. I'm sitting here, can't remember. Dreams Only Die If You Kill 'Em T-shirts is also available too. So that's another episode of Don't Blame Me, Blame Detroit. Holla at y'all next week.
All right.